Anathematize. He resolved to annihilate the unruly cores and anathematize their name. Anathematize. Anthropometry. Anthropometry. I am going to headquarters to ask them to send experts in anthropometry. Anthropometry. Caller. Caller. I am not a patient person. I am even indiscreet in moments of choler. Dariole. Dariole. They filled the mold or dariole with small puff pastries. Dariole. Discomfited. Discomfited. He did not know that he could be discomfited by such a small girl. Discomfited. Enmity. Enmity. His enmity to the working classes made him extremely unpopular. Enmity. Farraginous. Farraginous. The meeting produced a farraginous mixture of ideas. Farraginous. Hebraic. Hebraic. He raised his heavy shoulders in an ancient Hebraic gesture. Hebraic. Hygrometer. Hygrometer. The hygrometer is worthy to be studied on a hunting morning. Hygrometer. Infamy. Infamy. He now had an opportunity to display his infamy and barbarity. Infamy. Legist. Legist. As a legist, he reissued and revised the laws. Legist. Malapropism. Malapropism. He's often malapropism was distracting from the subject he was trying to teach. Malapropism. Mediagenic. Mediagenic. The candidate was thought to be mediagenic and would quickly rise to president. Mediagenic. Nigrescence. Nigrescence. As the nigrescence of the water approached, it became scarier and scarier. Nigrescence. Orabi. Orabi. Then the orabi were visible everywhere, usually in groups of 4 or 6. Orabi. Psychobabble. Psychobabble. The doctor used psychobabble to explain the patient's condition. Psychobabble. Rara avis. Rara avis. He seems to think that I am some sort of rara avis. Rara avis. Semi-opaque. Semi-opaque. The liquid was semi-opaque. Semi-opaque. Vassalage. Vassalage. The great mass of inhabitants were kept in a state of vassalage. Vassalage. Zygodactyl. Zygodactyl. The bird was a zygodactyl. Zygodactyl. Acidify. The chemical helped acidify the solution. Acidify. Anarthrous. The worm was Anarthrous. Anarthrous. Commitment. He made a commitment to her. Commitment. Hexad. The hexad axis has an angle of 60 degrees, or 1/6 of 360. Hexad. Incarcerate. The plan to incarcerate the villain was foiled. Incarcerate. Laser printer. Mrs. Parker has a laser printer in her classroom. Laser printer. Leisure wear. Some people consider yoga pants to be leisure wear. Leisure wear. Outpatient. After 3 months of being in the hospital, he was finally an outpatient. Outpatient. Sharecropper. Being a sharecropper is very common in the South. Sharecropper. Totalitarianism. North Korea's government is an example of totalitarianism. Ampulla. At the time of the revolution, the ampulla containing the oil was shivered into fragments. Ampulla. Agrology. The farmer's son studied agrology at college. Agrology. Broad-minded. The student was very broad-minded about politics. Broad-minded. Coho salmon. The coho salmon are found along the North Pacific coast. Coho salmon. Cycloid. It travels in a cycloid pattern, bending back upon itself. Cycloid. Demijohn. Let it stand 6 weeks in a demijohn and then bottle it. Demijohn. Entrepreneurial. Mr. Smith had an entrepreneurial mind. Fluvial. The most expensive are the fluvial deposits accumulated in the valley. Fluvial. Ihram. The man put on his ihram for the ceremony. Ihram. Interscholastic. UIL academics is an interscholastic competition. Interscholastic. Macedon. The Macedon goes well with a variety of meats. Macedon. Moniliform. The cells composing of the whorled filaments are moniliform. Oncologic. She went to the oncologic center to have her tumor evaluated. Oncologic. Paparazzo. The celebrity tried his best to avoid the paparazzo. Paparazzo. Pronouncement. I shall never forget the effect of the pronouncement. Pronouncement. Sanctum sanctorum. As he walked toward the door of the sanctum sanctorum, his heart rate increased. Sanctum sanctorum. Scabrous. The spores are rounded and scabrous on the surface. Scabrous. Thermogenic. He was thankful for the thermogenic hand warmers. Thermogenic. Walkabout. The Aborigines take a walkabout to become an adult. Walkabout. Preemptive. The Air Force took a preemptive strike to the enemy base. Preemptive.